Hi everyone, welcome to class today. My name is Shelby and I'm going to invite you to get started in a upright seated position. If you like this video, make sure to check out my link in the description below. I'll be attaching the link to my online studio where you can access more classes and content. I've got different tutorials and stuff available there, so make sure to check that out. Or you can also support me on my Patreon page if that's something that suits you better. So, finding a upright seated position. Today is going to be a nice, gentle, warm, grounding class. It's winter here in Australia, so it's a little bit cooler than normal, but something, just nice and nourishing for our bodies today. So, sitting upright, you can close down your eyes if you're comfortable. Crown of your head reaches tall towards the sky. Taking a nice grounding inhale. Full and complete exhale. Inhaling through your nose, filling belly, your ribs, and your chest. And exhale, slow and controlled, letting all of the air empty out of your lungs. Inhaling, filling belly, your ribs, and your chest. And exhale, slowly emptying the air back out of your lungs again. One more breath like this, just at your own pace. And I'm going to invite you to set an intention for your practice. So something you'd like to carry forward just for the next 45 minutes or so, or maybe it's something you'd like to carry forward for the rest of your day or week, depending on what suits you right now. You can also contemplate the term upasha, and upasha is how we embody what we practice and what we speak about and what we sort of advertise to the world. So practice what you preach, walk the talk, etc. So not only holding ourselves accountable, but those around us as well to what we believe in. Upasha. Taking another inhale and exhale. Good. We can gently open your eyes if they're not already open. Bringing your hands down to your knees. If you are sitting on a block or on a cushion, something like that, you can stay there or you can come off for this one. Hands come down on knees, and we're just taking a couple nice big circles. Making sure we're warming up into our side body, our spine, a little bit into our hips here. You can throw in some shoulders, making the rounds, nice big circles, or small, depending on what your body needs. Warming up, filling in, and switching directions. Maybe just noticing how one side might feel a bit different to the other. And that's okay. Just taking note of these things, not holding judgment over it. Just noticing. And then we come back to neutral. Crown of your head reaches tall again. Just give yourself a little reset. We're going to reach our right hand out long beside us. Left ear drops down to left shoulder. Shoulders are still down and away from your ears. You'll feel this stretch through your neck, maybe even a little bit into that trap and upper arm there. You can reach those fingers further away. You can also bring your left hand gently to the side of your head and just apply a bit of counter pressure, very, very lightly. Your head presses back into your hand at the same time. Inhale, feel the length through the side. And exhale, just let yourself sink in. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Gently removing that top hand if it's up there. And then coming back to a neutral position. Just give your shoulders a little shrug. Left hand reaches out long beside you. Right ear drops down to right shoulder, making sure that those shoulders are down and back. Good. Bringing that right hand up to the side of your head. If you want just a little bit extra. Inhale, feel the length through the side. And exhale, sinking down. Enjoying that space that you've created. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Releasing that top hand and then coming back to neutral. Good. Give those shoulders a little shrug up, back, and down. And then roll them forwards and backwards and forwards once more, coming to a neutral position. We're flipping over to hands and knees, taking a tabletop position or 4-point or whatever you like to call it, keeping a nice neutral spine. Your core is lightly engaged, your ribs are in. From here, you can either keep your toes tucked under, or I like to keep my toes untucked here, pressing the tops of my feet down, just to keep that little bit of stability. As we inhale, we pull our chest through, belly drops, chin lifts gently, and then we exhale, we round and curl, pressing away. We're moving a few times through this through Marjariasana Cat and Cow. Inhale, dropping your belly, chest pulls through, chin lifts, and exhale, rounding and curling, pressing away, tailbone tucks under, really try and make that arc through your spine. And then inhale, dropping belly, chin lifts up gently. Exhale, rounding and curling, pressing away, all 10 fingers are into the mat. And then dropping ourselves back to neutral. Good. From here, we're going to take a nice big circle. You can move one direction. We're going to switch directions in a little bit. Just making nice big circles or small. Again, working into your hips, your spine, your wrists, your shoulders. And we're going to switch directions. Just letting everything loosen up and warm up. Good. And coming back to a neutral position. You can readjust if you need, making sure all 10 fingers are really plugged into the mat. It's almost like they're sectioned down so that we're bringing the weight out of our wrists. We don't want to collapse into our wrists at any point. So really making sure that those fingers are gripping down. You can tuck your toes here. Keeping your knees bent to start, we're pressing away from our hands, lifting hips high towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Shoulder blades are wide on your back. Try and relax down through the back of your neck. We're keeping our knees bent to start, tailbone lifts high. And then we're going to slowly walk it out. So straightening through one leg as you keep the other bent. Walking the dog, as we call it here, and we're slowly switching sides one at a time, just warming up. This is our first down dog of class. Moving nice and slow, lifting both heels high towards the ceiling, tailbone lifts even higher. You can keep that bend through your knees and slowly drop those heels down towards the mat. Remember, they don't have to touch. It's better to keep a long spine than it is to have your heels on the mat. Keep that tailbone reaching towards the sky, pressing away from those hands. Take a nice grounding inhale. Full and complete exhale. Nice grounding inhale. Full and complete exhale. Good. Lifting back high to your tiptoes, bending through your knees. Look between your hands, and we're going to step to the top of our mat, however many steps you need. Feet can be about hip distance or a little bit closer. We're going to inhale, find a halfway lift, nice long spine. Crown of your head reaches away from you. And then we're going to drop down into our forward fold. You can bend through your knees as much as you need. So it can be a lot, it can be a little. We're going to let our chin fall down towards our chest. Grabbing opposite elbows, and just let yourself hang out here. Feeling the length through your spine, relaxing through your jaw. Your weight can shift forward slightly onto the balls of your feet. Just letting yourself hang down here. Feel that sort of decompression through your spine. Good. Bending a lot through your knees, releasing your hands. We're slowly, slowly rolling up like a rag doll to the top of our mat. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Maybe just bending your knees, giving yourself a little shake once you've arrived. Starting from Tadasana, so feet can be just a little bit closer than hip distance. Hands face forward, so our palms face forward. Crown of your head reaches tall, just a light engagement in your core. You can close down your eyes here if you're comfortable. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reaching your hands up nice and tall. Maybe looking up as well. Exhale, hinging from the hips, find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine, crown of your head reaches away. Exhale, planting your hands down, we're going to step back to a high plank position. Pause here for a moment. You can drop down to your knees if staying up is too much. Keep that light core engagement here. Engage through the legs, pressing away from your hands, broad through your shoulders. You can shift your weight forward, and we're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to our mat. Slow and control. Good. Untuck those toes. Forehead comes down to mat first. Fingertips are still underneath shoulders. Inhale, pull the crown of your head away first, and then up for a cobra. Just a small one to start off. It doesn't need to be big. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, pull the crown of your head away, and then up for cobra. And exhale, release. Good. Inhale, crown of your head away, and then up. And exhale, release. Tucking those toes under, pressing through your hands. Press back through a tabletop position, keeping those toes tucked, and then lifting hips high for a downward facing dog. Press away from your hands, shoulder blades wide. Tailbone lifts high. Good. Taking a grounding inhale. Full and complete exhale. Lifting high to your tiptoes, bending through your knees, look between your hands at the front, and step to the top. As many steps as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of your head reaches away. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up, reaching nice and tall. And exhale, your hands come back down to your sides. Good. Starting again, inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of your head reaches away. Exhale, stepping back, finding your high plank position. Good. Pause here for a moment. Just make sure everything's nice and engaged and in line. Shift your weight forward. Wrap your elbows back as you slowly lower all the way to your mat. Untuck those toes. Crown of your head reaches up and away for Cobra. And exhale, release. Tucking your toes. Press back through tabletop. Lifting your tailbone high. Downward facing dog. We're moving with a bit more pace now. Pressing away from your hands, shoulder blades wide. Inhale. And exhale. Lifting high to your tiptoes, bending through your knees, stepping to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up, nice and tall.